welcome here, Ilya. It's a pleasure to have you on this interview talking about the offline club, which I'm really interested about. So first of all, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
So you are three friends, if I'm not mistaken, that created a few months ago the offline club. How did it started exactly?
Yes, we started in February, but the whole idea behind it actually started much longer ago when my then colleague Jordi, he went offline for 4 days as an experiment to completely disconnect himself from technology and the outside world, basically, as a test. And he loved it and inspired me to do the same thing. And I was at a time when I had a whole pile of books that I wasn't reading, didn't have the time to read. I was living a very fast-paced and connected life, but I didn't really take the time to slow down. So a weekend off grid and unplugged really spoke to me, and I got a lot out of it. So I felt super inspired, in line with myself. I was having peace of mind, and I really got boost of creativity as well. So I came out of the weekend recharged and re-energized, and I thought, wow, it's unbelievable how just a couple of days without technology, what it can do to people, which made me come up with the idea to share this feeling with others. So we started organizing digital detox retreats for
That's how
people.
you started with retreats.
Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah,
that
we
was in
started with a
February.
retreat. Sorry?
That was in February, or it was longer
No,
ago?
this was already a year and a half ago.
Okay.
We organized the first weekend offline retreat, but not spiritual, not with yoga. There's no program. It's just for you to be offline and to disconnect from your rushed life and just enjoy the moment in nature. And that went very well. And yeah, we at one point we loved what we were doing and we're still doing it, but we wanted to take it a step further to make it more accessible for people to go offline. Instead of a full weekend for 400 euros, we wanted to make it financially more attractive and a smaller step in terms of time investment. And that's why we chose to expand to cities and organize smaller, shorter events where people can kind of include or implement the offline routine into their weekly life.
Okay, nice. And how was the first event that you organized? I mean, first shorter event.
Yeah, so it
How
was
did it
in a
go?
cafe in February, and it was mainly our friends and just a couple of other people who heard about the concept. So it was like only 20 people, but it was very special to be in a cafe where it was silent and people read or drew or did their own thing and then talk to strangers, which is also something that doesn't happen anymore in cafes, or anywhere really.
Yeah, exactly.
So
People are all stuck on their phone and just
yeah, yeah.
thinking
Or
about
if
it.
they're not stuck on their phone, they talk with their friends, but not really with new people. So we felt like, oh, this is special. This was kind of magical, this event. And so we organized another, and then ironically, we went viral online. And that's when it really took off and when we started organizing more and more events.
Oh, wow. So can you describe as a typical event of yours? I mean, how does it work? People arrive and they
Yeah.
log off from their phone, and then what happens?
Yeah, so people enter, they've bought a ticket online already, just like any other event. And the first thing they do is they give their phone to us and we lock it up in a phone locker.
So
Yeah, so
no
we really,
excuse to just
no, there's absolutely no distraction. And I think that's what makes it very special, that it's not even near you. So there's not a possibility of you getting to your phone or having it nearby. Because even having your phone nearby, although it's turned off, causes subconscious stress and distracts you without you knowing it. So we take them away. And then we have 3 blocks in our program. So the first block is time to yourself, when we have very relaxing music on. It's our own playlist on Spotify. And yeah, you just do your own thing. So people read, people write or journal, they do embroidery, like they make clothes or really whatever, a lot of creative stuff. Someone even took a Lego set. Um,
Nice, nice.
yeah,
And it's
and
interesting. I
then
mean, people arrive there and then they decide what to do. They take time for themselves, and
yes,
it's not you
exactly.
telling them
It's
what
really
they
a
have to do.
moment that you can do a hobby you never have the time for, to slow down. We're always jumping and rushing from one thing to the other, and we forget that sometimes we also need to be with ourselves and without external inputs from other people or from our phones. So it's really a time for yourself. That's how we start. So it's usually quiet, and that's also quite unusual in a cafe. It's like a spa, but with clothes on.
Nice.
Um, and then, since we know that people also really come to meet others and expand their social group and to get inspired and share ideas, or to just get to know people that are not in their usual surroundings, we give them the time to connect. So we break the silence and we say, okay, now is the time to connect, to make noise, but only if you feel like it. So if you want to stay with yourself, that's fine. It's very free and easygoing. And then we end with time to yourself again. This is our regular events, but we also host offline dinners, for example, that are more centered around meeting people and connecting.
Ah, okay, okay. So it depends on the every time you choose a different location also, I see, and a
Yeah,
different
exactly.
kind of
Yeah, we host events at different locations around Amsterdam and other cities.
okay. And what kind of people participate to these events? I mean, age or whatever. Is there someone who prefers to disconnect?
It's mainly people between 25 and 45, I would say. I think 70% are women.
Mm?
And yeah, with background, it's everyone. So it's Dutch people, it's international people. We've had a lot of Italians actually also.
Ah,
And yeah, we do have some students who even come to our events to study and focus without being distracted all the time. And we have some older people as well who say, oh, wow, it's like I'm back in the 90s. And finally, I'm able to, yeah, get in touch with younger people again. So it's very diverse, but definitely the majority is between 25 and 45, so millennials.
yeah, yeah. Wow, right. And when you started, did you expect such a success, or it was just something that you said, "Oh, let's try one, and then let's see how it goes."
Well, so we had the offline getaway, right? The digital detox retreats, and we saw this as like something to get to know the digital detoxing, and we saw it as like a marketing tool for the offline getaway. But now the offline club is our main focus. It's our main business or project now. And we never expected this, of course. We knew we had something that we were going to bring something that people needed and wanted. But for it to explode like this and be talking to Italian media right now is is surreal. And we would have never dreamed of that or thought that would happen.
Wow. I also saw that you organized an event with more than 200 people in a church, right?
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah.
nice, I think.
Yeah, that was so special. This was actually something that we had already thought we said we were going to organize before we started the offline club. And I don't know how we would have been able to get so many people to come if we didn't explode on the internet. So we were very lucky. Otherwise, it would have been a very empty church. But yeah, it was very special. More than 280 people were there in total. And it was the same programming. So time to yourself, time to connect, and time to yourself. Where during the quiet times we had live pianists and an opera singer, and people were reading, they were taking naps, they were making a huge collaborative art piece with each other throughout the whole event. And you could really see just people rested and they looked each other in the eyes, or they just stick to themselves and enjoyed the music. People
Mm.
were super in the moment where they were instead of somewhere else.
Yeah, which is something that we always do throughout our lives, thinking about what we will have to do in the future, or what we've done
Yeah,
in the past, and never
yeah, exactly.
enjoying the present and the moment.
Exactly.
So it really sounds like you tackled a problem that people somehow have. well, no, finding some space for themselves and for connecting with others in a very genuine way and very simple way also.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is something that probably we don't have, especially in cities. It's what I see in Milan, at least. No, very few occasions to really connect genuinely with others. So
Yeah, you
wow.
know, we in these days in our society, everything is about maximizing your day and being productive, and we're racing from work to sports class to have meeting up with friends. So our days are super packed, and we're missing the communities that we used to have, like the local sports clubs or the local pub that you go to every day, and you just know you're gonna meet your friends there, or church. And what we hope to create is a community where people come together. It's our dream to have a physical space also once, where people just come, they have the same values, no phones are ever used when we're together. And it's like a third place outside of work and your home. This is where you can come to meet others, to socialize, to feel like you belong to a larger group. And also where it's accepted to just read and not be productive and not go forward.
Yeah. Wow. Great. If I'm coming to Amsterdam in the next few weeks, I will write you, and I would be happy to participate to one of your
Nice.
events.
We actually have one of our community members here in the Netherlands. She's from Milan,
Ah.
and we are talking right now to see if she is open to setting up the offline club, a local chapter in Milan.
Oh, wow, wow. Keep me posted about that, because also I am experimenting this. I mean, I've been organizing retreats for the past 5 years, digital detox retreats.
Amazing.
And now in the past few months, a couple of months, I've tried to organize the two reading party without phones.
Oh,
So
awesome.
in
Super
the
cool. Yeah,
evenings in a bar. So yeah, keep me
I
posted
love
if your
that.
friend is doing something here.
Amazing. I'll connect you guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Ilya, for your time. And
My pleasure.
I will keep following you and see what you will do next. One last question. What do you see? What do you see in the future of the offline club? I mean, do you have any other projects? Something you see?
Yes. So before we started, it was already our goal and our ambition to go global and to have the offline club chapters all around the world. That when you're on vacation in Rome, you know, okay, to meet new people that are like me, I can go to the offline club. Or if you are in Bangkok, to know there's a local community of people who meet up a lot without their phones. I think that's really our dream, which will help us in our mission to have people use technology in a more healthy way and use it as a tool rather than it using us as a product that they can use, earn money on. Um, and yeah, also in the future, I think it would be awesome to have an offline cafe ourselves and have a physical space where people can come together all day long to read, but also to chill out and connect with others.
Wow, very nice, very nice. Good.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Good. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.